now I just get KFC, QFC, and QVC all mixed up. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the best makeup of 2019. So these aren't products that were necessarily released in 2019, they're just like my favorites from 2019, the things that I reach for the most, the standouts, things I discovered, and I tried to really nail it down here so this video isn't like 45 minutes long. I do raise and rejects videos every 2 months, like every other month, so if you want to know my full favorites, you can always go back and watch those videos as well, but these are like the standouts of the standouts, what I feel like we need to go over again and talk about. So let's just get into it. If you're excited for this video and you enjoy while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want a tutorial for the makeup I'm wearing right now, it's the New Year's Eve makeup look, so I'll link that in the eye and down below. So I didn't include any foundations in this video because I'm going to be doing a whole other best foundations of 2019 video, which I'm pretty sure is going to be coming after this one for Foundation Friday. All right, so let's start out with an eyeliner that I'm wearing right now and that I wear anytime I wear eyeliner. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. However, if you can see on here, there's little droplets. This is the waterproof version that they released in 2019. I thought I loved the eye booster in Ultra Black, but this one is even better. It is so good. It's so much more black and it also just stays on better. I don't think it's like the most waterproof stay proof eyeliner ever. Like it definitely still comes off. It's not like the Sigma. The Sigma liquid liner it's on there. It's not that kind of formula. It just lasts better than the original one. And if you're someone who gets like teary-eyed in the outer parts of your eye, for me, this one doesn't wear off there anymore. And I just love that they came out with a version that's more black and that lasts better. You can almost always find Physicians Formula 40% off at the drugstore or buy one, get one free or something. So I never buy drugstore makeup full price because you can always find it on sale. So I would say the lipstick shade that I got the most use out of this year and that I feel like is just so unique is the Huda Beauty Staycation. There's something about the formula of this lipstick that it's the perfect matte where it's moisturizing but it doesn't slip around. I feel like it almost like sets on your lips a little bit, and the shade of this is so unique. I actually used up half of this tube here, which is pretty unheard of for me for a bullet lipstick. Usually I'll use liquid lipsticks, but this shade has like a very chocolatey brown tone to it, so it's perfect for me for wearing alone if I want a chocolatey brown nude, or layering because it has a really unique undertone. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. Mine actually came out of the thing here, so I need to like stick it back in. That's the shade right there. It's just a very unique undertone and I love the formula of this. Standout eyeshadow palette that I discovered this year and that was released this year that I feel like is so underrated, and I just want everyone to try this because it is so good and so much better than so many of like the really popular eyeshadow palettes, I feel personally. The formula of Lorac is amazing. I feel like Lorac shadows are never talked about. The formula is great. They blend out so easy. They're like powdery, but not overly powdery. They're pigmented. I love it. This is the Luxe Diamond palette. I love this first row here. I get the most use out of the first row because I can create just basic everyday kind of looks with this that are very wearable, have like the everyday matte that I need. I love this shade. I go in with all of the matte dark shades in here. And then the shimmers in here are just stunning. Like Diamonds VIP. Here's Diamonds and VIP. So pretty, ritzy, they're soft, they feel buttery, and I just always find myself wanting to reach for this palette. If you've never tried Lorac shadows, you're missing out, man. This is bomb. So like I said, I'm not mentioning liquid foundations, but I do have a powder foundation in here. I have a whole other foundation favorites video coming. But this product was definitely a standout of the year. This was released in 2019 as well. The Makeup Forever Blurring Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. I feel like this is going to be in so many people's yearly favorites because this was really one of those products that just like knocked it out of the park, I feel, for a lot of people. And it is very unique. It's just one of the most beautiful powder foundations. Like, it's up there for me with JCat. JCat Aquassurance, these are probably my two favorite powder foundations. Full coverage. This one is definitely more matte, but it does have this like soft blurring kind of look to it. I will say this one isn't the most super long lasting on my skin. Like, I do think the JCat wears better throughout the day on me. This one will kind of start to crease, but I use this almost every single day because I set my cheek area with it. Even if I'm not using it as a powder foundation, I still use this just to set parts of my face because it adds coverage. It has a really pretty finish to it. This is in the shade R210. I'm like almost about to hit pan on this one. I can see the dip, but I have 2 of these going in 2 different shades, one in my travel bag and one in my like everyday makeup bin right here. So I haven't hit pan on this yet, but it is coming. I'm only mentioning one hair product, but when I was thinking about everything that I tried this year and that I've been using on my hair, this is the standout one for me. It's the Briogeo Color Me Brilliant Color Protect Primer. This I feel like just does amazing things for the shine of my hair and the frizz. I have a lot of frizz, as you can see, and I'm on, like, by the way, pretty sure it's been a week since I washed my hair, so my hair is not looking great today. I have partnered with Briogeo, not for this video. This video is not sponsored by anyone. I'm just mentioning this because I absolutely love it and recommend it, and I think you guys need it in your life. It smells heavenly. It's very liquidy. That's the one thing with this product, is that it's like a very liquidy primer. It's basically like a heat protectant. So I put it in my hair when it's still damp, and then I'll just blow dry it or let it air dry or whatever. And I just feel like this does amazing things for the shine and frizz, like I said. I gotta mention this guy because this has been a favorite for, I think, a couple years now, but the year before I was using the pink version. This last year I've been going through the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the vanilla scent, and I think I like this one even more than the pink one. I like them both, but this one just gives a little bit of a lighter color. I actually don't use these overnight. I use them during the day. They just give your lips the prettiest plump lip gloss kind of look. They just look so juicy and plumping, and it lightens your lips a little bit. So I love that it almost like makes you look like you have a little bit of a nude gloss on or something. I don't like using these overnight because I feel like for some reason overnight on my lips, they don't do as amazing as my Aquaphor. I think I've gone through 1 or 2 other full ones of these this year, and I'm almost out of this one too. And the vanilla scent, by the way, smells amazing. Smells like cake batter. Gotta mention Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in 10 Be My Highlight. I actually think I rediscovered this product this year through one of the videos I did where I kind of like shopped my stash and then tried things I forgot about. And this was one of those products that when I first tried it, I didn't like it because I thought it was too dark. And it's very interesting. Still, some days it does look too dark. I think it's like depending on whatever foundation I have on, but other days it looks totally fine, and it just gives the most beautiful natural glow. This is like a true glow from within, natural, everyday kind of highlight. If you are any lighter than my skin tone, I do think this will be too dark, but if you're around my skin tone or darker, if you're a little bit darker than me, this would look even better because it is like almost too dark for me. I wish they came out with more shades of this, but that's what it looks like. There's no glitter in it, and this is a few bucks from the drugstore. This one just stands out to me. It's the Pur Afterglow Highlight, and I'm pretty sure I discovered this a couple years ago, maybe even like 3 years ago, but this year I really started digging it out again, and it is so unique. It's what I'm wearing right now. It has this very buttery, soft kind of formula. If you have textured skin, this sits beautifully on top of it. You can make it look more subtle if you use like a bigger brush, or you can really make it look super intense. I like that it's kind of versatile in that way, and I love the shade of this. It's a champagne shade, but it's light enough, which is hard to find. It feels so soft and just like almost squishy. It's very intense. You could use it as eyeshadow as well. And there it is on my hand. There are 2 bronzers I wanted to mention. I use them a little bit differently because one is more cool toned. So I'll start off with the one that's more cool toned. This is the Milani 01 Silky Matte. So this was released this year. It's a unique formula in that it's a little bit, I find on like the stiff, dry side when you touch it, like it doesn't feel super soft when you touch it, but then when it's on your face, it blends out beautifully, it lasts all day, and the tone of it is just perfect for my skin tone. If I want something that has a slight cool tone but is still a bronzer. You guys have heard me talk about both of these 5 billion times this year. The other bronzer is Maybelline City Bronzer. I'm wearing it right now. This is in the shade 100. If you have fair skin, you need this in your life. It is one of the most beautiful fair skin bronzers I've discovered, where it just looks natural. It has almost like a sandy, like tan kind of undertone to it. It's not too warm, but it does give that like bronze look. I love this especially for the summer, or if I'm wearing a foundation that's like a little bit too light and I kind of just feel like I need to look alive again. I'll just use a big fluffy brush like this one, the Milani Powder Bronzer Brush, and just put it all over my temples and my cheeks, and it just really warms everything up without looking orange. Pretty sure this is the lightest drugstore bronzer I've discovered so far. Essence Lash Princess. Had to mention this one. This is one of the most incredible mascaras I've ever discovered. I've been reaching for this over my Too Faced Better Than Sex, which previously had been my holy grail mascara for years. This tops it. It tops it. This does something magical for your lashes. It does make them look like you almost have like false lashes on. It gives you so much volume and length, but it still separates, and it's incredible. It's a few bucks. If you haven't tried this, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Ulta. It's great for layering too. I always talk about layering it with Revlon So Fierce. I don't like this one as much on its own, but these two layered are incredible, or you could just wear this one on its own. If you like the look of volume, but you like them to look a little bit more fluttery and less like, I don't want to say clumpy because this doesn't make your lashes look clumpy. It just definitely gives you kind of like thicker looking lashes, if that makes sense. If you don't like that look and you want something just a little bit softer and more like separated and fluttery, I would say go with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. This has been another favorite of the year. Wow, I have quite a bit of Essence products. I just realized I have four Essence products in this video, but this is definitely a favorite of the year. I'm almost out of this. I recently did a current foundation routine video where I talked more about this, but I need to stock up because this tube is almost out. It says Healthy Glow Pore Minimizing Effect. I don't think this does anything for minimizing your pores at all, and I don't really view it as a primer. I almost view it as just like a very glowy, flattering, softening base kind of product. It reminds me a lot of the Milani Soft Glow if you tried this one, but I like this one even better. It doesn't break me out. I like using this underneath makeup, or especially when I'm not wearing foundation. In the summer, this is especially like a must-have, because if you're not going to be putting on foundation, but you just want your skin to look super radiant and almost like plumping and bouncy, this will do it. There's something about this that just adds like life back into your skin. It does really keep my skin moisturized too. So if you have dry skin, this does add a lot of moisture into my skin. So I do feel like it's a good base in that way. Also in the summer, I would mix in just a drop of the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy drops if I had self-tanner on. And adding that into this is like a magical summer combo. All right, so I mentioned this in, I think it was my November Raves and Rejects. So this has been a favorite for the last, I want to say like 3 months now, maybe even more than that I've been using this. It's the Erno Laszlo Firmarine Night Cream. I wanted to mention this again because A, it deserves it, but also I discovered from that video from you guys and on Cyber Monday and everything that you can actually get this like half off on a lot of different sites. It seems like they put this on sale a lot, or it's on like QF. Now that I live in Washington, I always want to say QVC. We have a grocery store called QFC. And now I just get KFC, QFC, and QVC all mixed up. But anyways, they always do really good deals on this. It is very expensive. I think it's like $120 if you don't get it on sale, but a lot of sites have it on sale for like 60 bucks, which is still very expensive, obviously, but it's more around like, you know, Drunk Elephant pricing, not like La Mer. There's something so magical about this cream. On that video, a lot of you guys that have tried this said the same thing and said that it has just like done wonders for your skin, and I agree. I will definitely continue repurchasing this. I'm almost out of this guy. It looks like a gel in here. It's definitely not a gel at all. It's like a thick night cream, which is what I love for the nighttime. I don't like gel kind of moisturizers. I want to feel like it's doing something on my skin and like feel it on my skin. It makes my skin look and feel so soft in the morning, and I feel like this has just done wonders for the texture of my skin. I will try and find a few sites down below where you can find this on sale. All right, so one palette that I feel like I've mentioned in a couple like pack with me travel makeup kind of videos this last year, but that I don't think gets enough attention or talked about is the City Mini palette by Maybelline. This is just a really good everyday, easy to travel with, easy to throw in your makeup bag kind of product. This is in the shade Brooklyn Nudes. I love this because I have two different options. You have a warm tone section and a more cool tone section, and you have these really good everyday lid shades. So my everyday look is like putting one of these on the lid. Usually I'll kind of mix the two and then put that into the crease and I'm good to go. I love the tone of this one because it's a little bit more on the cool tone side. They're powdery and pigmented, and this is like the one thing that I always bring with me if I'm traveling as far as eyeshadow, because normally I'll just bring this and then put whatever highlight on my lid or in my inner corner, so I don't have to bring like a whole other palette. If you just want some basic drugstore mattes, I would say go with this one. All right, we're coming down to the last few products here. This Bare Minerals blush, I feel like this formula is one of the most unique blushes I've ever come across. It's the Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Blurred Buff. Wow, I can't believe I said that on one try. This was in one of my Raves and Rejects videos. I think over the summer is when this launched. It is a cream, but it's such a unique formula where you can apply this on top of powder, on top of anything, and it doesn't cake or look weird, and it almost instantly turns like a powder when you blend it out, and it has a sheen. When you blend it out, it gives you this like peachy glow, but I can still wear it on my skin tone. Like, it doesn't look too orangey. It just looks very summery, but it has this sheen that I feel like is not picking up right now, where when it hits the light, it just gives your skin the prettiest subtle glow, and it just looks very healthy and radiant. If you have a little bit of a deeper skin tone than I do, I think this would look really pretty. So if you're someone who's into cream blushes or just like very natural, radiant looking kind of blushes, I think you would really like this. Let's just do the other blush while we're at it. This has been my go-to, you guys know, the last few months since this launch. This is the ColourPop Frisky Business Blush. This has been my most used shade in a while. I just always want to reach for this because it's just a perfect everyday peachy blush. That's all there is to it. It's matte, it's basic, it blends out, it's not overly pigmented. It's just a good everyday go with any look kind of blush, and it's very affordable. It's ColourPop. Whenever I wear red lipstick, especially on Instagram, I always get asked what my favorite red lipstick is, and this is definitely one of my top, like in my top 3. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade 117 Groundbreaker. The red shade of this is perfection, but also the formula lasts incredible. You can literally do anything with this on your lips and it will stay on all day. I don't even want to swatch it for you because it's going to be on my hand for eternity, but I'll pop in a couple pictures right here of me wearing this shade so you can see what it looks like on. So if you don't want your red to transfer and you just want a super long lasting one, I would say go with Groundbreaker. All right, last random favorite of the year, this fan. This is my setting spray fan. It charges, it comes out of here, you just recharge it in the little base. I just use this every single day now. I'm addicted to it. It's so much better than like the handheld fan, and it dries my setting spray and my makeup so well. I literally just hold it on for like 20 to 30 seconds. It feels really refreshing because it's cooling. It's from Amazon. I'll link it down below, but anytime I use this, I get questions about it, so I figured we would just get it out of the way and mention it in this video. So those are all my favorite products of 2019. I have lots of other favorites that were in the Raves and Rejects videos, but these were, again, the things that just really stood out to me and that I wanted to re-mention again for you guys. Everything will be linked down below in the description box. If there are any products you think I need to try that were your favorites of the year, definitely let me know down below. I'm always reading your guys' comments and your tweets and everything, and I do purchase things based on what you recommend, so do let me know down below. But I just wanted to thank you guys for sticking with me. You're still here. Thank you. But if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you can give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. Oh, wow. My lip is twitching.